Joe here, and happy Friday. How is everybody's Friday going? Let me know. I am a few minutes late starting my live because I figured since this is a celebration live and stuff that I would pull myself together, get a little bit cleaned up. Plus, it just feels good to get cleaned up because for the past week and a half, 2 weeks, my stamina has been low to non-existent, which means a lot of the things you do to take care of yourself, to take care of things, I have not had the stamina to do. So it feels really good to just be able to take a minute and just pull myself together, brush my teeth, get dressed, brush my hair, just, the basic things that for most normal people are just not even thought about. But when you have chronic illness and chronic pain, it's just a lot to do. So it feels good. Feeling good right now that I was able to just do those basics. So I talk about minimalism and my health. I try to be raw and real and honest. And I live with chronic illness and chronic pain. And it's just the way it's always been. So on Tuesdays, I do Tiny Tiny Tuesday, which is hosted by my friend Sunday Dawn at the Health Home. My friend Joy, Organized with Joy, hosts 2 different collabs during the month that I try to participate in. One is a minimalism and decluttering collab, and that will be that's the last Monday of the month. So this coming Monday, I will hopefully have that video out and sharing what I decluttered this month and talk about minimalism a little bit. And then Joy also hosts a Thoughtful Thursday, the third Thursday of the month, as a collab, and we just share our thoughts on the topic. I'm kind of just trying to be chatty right now until more people are in my live chat and we can just be chatting and talking and stuff about why I went live in the first place. Hello, Alexanne. How are you doing? How's your Friday going, or whatever day it is for you? Hey, Mel, how are you doing? Hello, Melinda. My friend Melinda from Melinda Plain and Simple is here. Hello, hello. Happy Friday, people. How is everyone doing? Let me know. What are you up to today? I just finished my coffee before I went live. Otherwise, I'd be sipping on coffee right now. But I just finished it before I went live. So, it was delicious. It was so good. I got a Starbucks brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso. So, for those coffee lovers out there, oh, you have lunch with friends, Melinda? That's so nice. I hope it was a good time. I hope you enjoyed it. We've got 5 people so far in the live. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, it was a birthday lunch. How nice. For all of you here, if you didn't know, it's Melinda's birthday this week. So make sure to wish Melinda from Melinda Plain and Simple a happy, happy birthday. It's a birthday month. So fun, fun. So if you're new and you don't know, like I said, I live minimally. I live with chronic illness and chronic pain. So all the fun things. And so 8 years ago, I went minimal. 8 years ago, I decided to live simply and to live minimally and to not own a lot. And before that, I was a bit of a pack rat. I owned quite a bit of stuff, and it was a lot. So, but then life kind of happened, and where I moved in 8 years ago, there wasn't space for all my stuff. So I basically had to downsize everything I own quickly in the span of 2 days. It was because I went from basically having, enough stuff to fill a space, like if you were living by yourself, to living with somebody and just having to have all my stuff basically fit in my room. And so I had to declutter a lot, and I had to declutter fast because where I was living at the time, 8 years ago, the space was just too small to fit everything. So I had to really be ruthless and really declutter fast. And luckily, the person I was moving in with helped me be ruthless and helped me declutter really fast. So that was good. Hey, accent, I don't know any other languages. So if you I'm not bilingual. So after 8 years of living minimally, I wouldn't have it any other way. I have moved many times since going minimal, and minimalism has helped me. It just made moving easier. Moving is always stressful. I will say that no matter how little or how much you own, moving is always stressful. But I am But I will say that living minimally does make it a lot easier. Like, there are times where I've moved and I've waited till like the last minute. Well, not the last minute, but like really close up to the move to pack and stuff. And it still got done in time. It wasn't. Hey Melinda, are you still here? How's it going? I wonder if she had to go. She's busy. Oh, you're still here. Hi. Jen is supposed to be joining us, Melinda, but I know she's busy, so hopefully she didn't lose track of time. Oh, thanks, Mel. Thanks, Melinda. It must be a really busy Friday for everybody. I don't have the usual audience that I've been having. I have been having a lot of people recently when I do lives. But this is good. You can all just chat and hang out this way. So, for me, minimalism is keeping what I can manage and what I love and what I use. So, and it also depends on my living situation, whether I'm living with people, whether I'm just renting a room, whether I am, sharing the common space or whatever, whether the person I'm living with, if they need kitchen and bathroom stuff, whether I'm bringing that stuff, or whether the common spaces are already fully stocked, so I don't need to, so I only need what's in my room. Hey, Melinda, you're back. Yay. Hello, hello, hello. So, living minimally and living simply, it looks different for everybody. Whether you have a family, whether you're single, whether you're, whether it's a couple people. Like, for me, because where I am currently, I just rent a room, everything I own has to fit in my room. Okay, I have a few things in the common areas, but basically 99% of what I own has to fit in my room. And that's just the season of life that I'm in. Now, right now, I'm in the common spaces. So, it was already like this when I moved in. And the people I live with are very much maximalists. They like owning, a decent amount of stuff. So, for me, I can still be minimal. I can still live simply, but live with people and live in a space that's not minimal and not simple, and for people who like owning more stuff. And if they don't want to live minimal, if they don't want to live simple, that's totally up to them. I'm not gonna. Based on life experience, I don't believe minimalism and simple living is for everybody. I mean, I love it. I think it's great. It has greatly helped me, but I don't think it's for everybody. Hey Sharon, how are you doing? How's it going? Yes, everybody's got to, yeah. So I do believe there's such thing as owning too much. Coming from friends and family who are more on the hoarder packer spectrum, and I'm so glad you're doing good, Sharon. Sharon in the chat, people, she has a YouTube channel as well, and so does. So if you want to follow somebody, go follow Sharon because she's awesome. Her videos are really good. She does the Tiny Tidy collab with me. So, yes, but I do believe there's such thing as owning too much. Oh, you're welcome, Sharon. So I do believe there's such thing as owning too much. Based on experiences I've had and based on like family and friends, I do, and just watching people on TV in general, I do believe there's such thing as owning too much. But as far as minimalism and simple living goes, I think if you have chronic illness or chronic pain, or if you have health issues, that living a more simplified life is very helpful. If you're someone who, due to life circumstances, moves a lot, I think simple living and minimalism is very helpful. If you're like me and you come from a large family, once again, hey Jim, it's okay you're late. I was a few minutes late starting this live because I was busy brushing my teeth and getting cleaned up, and so it wouldn't look like a hot mess today, because I've been a hot mess for the past 2 weeks. So today I decided to pull myself together and not look like a hot mess for this celebratory live. So yes. And one thing I have learned with being minimal and being simple is, one, like I said, about 8 years ago, I was kind of almost like forced into it into a way, because like I said, where I was moving into 8 years ago, there wasn't room where I moved to hold all my stuff. So I had to downsize and simplify a lot. And then after I did, I just didn't want to go back. After I did, I just didn't want to ever own that much stuff again, because it was, oh my gosh, like we were in the moment and doing it, and so I didn't get any picture before photos, but I wish I had. It's one of those things where, I mean, I say I don't have regrets, but I kind of do regret not getting before photos, because you guys would have been shocked at the amount of stuff I owned before going minimal. It was absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. And the crazy part about that is that I have decluttered my entire life. Like, from a very young age, my mom taught us to declutter. It was a regular thing in our house. you know, I decluttered like basically every month as a teenager. I decluttered basically every month as an adult. And, because I like hidden storage, I didn't ever think I owned that much. Everybody else saw it, but I didn't see it. Because I was in denial. Because before I went minimal, as an adult, I never had everything I owned with me in whatever spot I lived. Before I went minimal, I owned so much that it wouldn't all fit in whatever spot I lived. So, yeah. So when I went minimal 8 years ago, and then it was a wake-up call for me. Because I finally had everything I owned at that time in one spot. And it was a lot. So much. And the crazy part is before I had done that declutter, I had already gotten rid of over half of my possessions. And that was the stuff I just had been holding on to. So minimalism has given me more freedom because of my chronic illness and chronic pain. Minimalism has made it easier to, if I decide to take a trip all of a sudden, or if an emergency happens and I just need to up and pack a bag and go, I can freely do that and not have to worry about my space being a disaster or my space being unmanageable if I'm gone. And it's great. So a year into my minimalism journey, I decided to start on YouTube. And so it's been 7 years on YouTube. And I think back then, when I first started, I think I just used my name. I don't think I changed my channel name to minimalzebra until later. But and back at the beginning, I had maybe 4 or 5 people who watched me, and I had one person who was consistently commented and was very supportive, and I supported their channel, and it was great. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Jen. Yeah, no, 7 years on YouTube is crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy. And as you all can see from my subscriber count, for me, oh, have a good day, Sharon. Bye. Have a happy Friday. Sharon's got to leave, everybody. Yeah, so thank you for the congratulations. Yeah, no, 7 years on YouTube, it's just absolutely crazy to me. And basically, back then, YouTube, I would basically just go live whenever I wanted to put a video on YouTube. I don't think I was really filming at the time. I think I did some filming, but I wasn't really filming at the time. So, and it was just documenting minimalism and simple living. It was documenting, my chronic health. And it was basically just a lot of random. It was just kind of whatever I wanted to talk about at the time, whatever was on my heart to say. That's kind of how my YouTube channel was. And for me, it's strictly a hobby. I don't edit. I don't take special photos. I don't do special thumbnails. I mean, when I say raw and real and honest, it is raw. There are a lot of things I don't film because I don't edit. I don't have the stamina or the energy to edit. And I like it as a hobby. I like the flexibility of on the times where I have stamina of putting out a video, on times I don't have the stamina or the energy to not put out a video and just have it be okay. I love that I have this little community of people who are super supportive, who watch my content, who comment. I mean, I've become good friends with some of my YouTube friends. Some of them I've actually met in person. We hung out and we're friends and we talk and everything, and it's fantastic. I love it so much. And there are people like Lynn White and others who started their channels around the same time I started mine, and they edit and they do music, and their channels are just taking off, and you know they just, and there are people who've started way after me and are just either making money off of YouTube, or it's just the channels have gotten large, in my opinion, and I am so happy for them. I couldn't be happier for them. It's just so great to see their channels succeeding and thriving, and to see their lovely videos all edited and put together and with talking and music, and they all have such wise words to say, and I think it's the best. But for me, like I said, this is strictly a hobby. I do it for fun. I do it because I want to share simple living and chronic health and just life through my eyes and how I see it and what it looks like for me. So, and YouTube, doing YouTube for the past 7 years, like I said, the friends and people I talk to, I created an Instagram for my YouTube channel so I could, so people could message me and I could be closer to my YouTube friends and stuff. And I love it. Love having an Instagram for it. Once again, I even rarely post to Instagram. It's just, even my Instagram is kind of minimal, which I'm perfectly fine with. Oh my gosh, so I've been holding my phone for the past little bit, and chronic illness like people, because I don't know, trying to get the right angle here. Oh gosh, no, I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm not gonna be able to do it. You can see indent from holding my phone in my finger. A kink. Chronic illness life, people. Chronic illness life. I'm telling you. So, and then another big thing that happened is that a year ago, I moved south. I moved from a cold climate to a hot climate. And I did it to kind of, one, so I could get out more, because my body isn't steady walking on wet or cold, in the wet or the cold. I get really weak and shaky and cramped up. So I moved to a hot climate. So basically, so I could get out more, or have the option to get out more. And I'm glad I did. I can honestly say I'm glad that I did. It's it's been a good thing. I If you're not new here and you already know, then when I moved south the first time back. Okay, Jen, that's okay. So when I moved the first time last year, I moved somewhere in that spot after a couple months. Ended up not working out, and I ended up moving here. And this spot is working. It's going well, and yeah, Jen, good luck for sure. So everybody, my friend Jen at Live Laugh Love with Jen she's documenting it on YouTube, but she's having renovations done to her house. So if any of you know how crazy that can be, it can be a lot. But she is documenting it on YouTube. So you're gonna wanna see those videos and see what that ends up looking like. Because that's exciting. Back to you and me, Melinda. Okay. Now I've always talked about how so that's how it is with YouTube. So yay for 7 years on YouTube. Oh my goodness. You're welcome, Jen. Wish Jen luck, everybody. She needs it. First, and good luck, Jen, with the renovations and everything. Starts to go more smoothly. Yeah. So with living in a hot climate, with simple living, with YouTube, all these things, I'm really happy about every one of them. But then there's also the hard side of things that doesn't ever really get talked about. Like after 7 years on YouTube, I mean, yes, it's a hobby for me, but I thought that my subscriber count would be higher by now. And it's not. So it's just one of those things where it's a personal goal for me, but I want things to flow the way they're going to flow. And so, and just being happy with where things are at. Lots of love, Jen. Bye. And then with living in a hot climate, it has given me the option to be out more. It has made it so I can get out more because I'm not trapped by snow or ice, which is fantastic. But there's this perception among people that if you are in the right weather, if you're exercising more, or if you're eating better, that somehow a person's chronic illness or chronic pain will get better and improve and all these things. And I just want to let you know that chronic illness and chronic pain, how good or bad it is, comes in waves. Oh, have fun painting your bathroom, Mel. Yeah, just listen to me chat, that's fine. Comes in waves. So taking the right vitamins, taking the right medicines, living in a better climate, eating better, all these things it doesn't make chronic illness and chronic pain better. It just makes it easier to manage stuff. So, like, is my body better living in a hot climate? Oh, I'm so glad you got to take care of it over the phone, Jen. That's awesome. So, is my body better living in a hot climate? No. My body is just as sucky 1 year later as it was when I lived in a cold climate. That has not. So, for me, I prefer living in the sunshine. For me, I've always oh, thanks, Melinda. Yeah, no, this is not for pity. This is not for, oh, boo hoo me. I'm just letting you guys know reality of chronic illness and chronic pain for me. So basically for me, the reason I like living in a warm climate or a hot climate or whatever is because I don't do well. I can't really walk on snow or ice. It's not safe for me. So for my mental health, it's better if I'm able to get out more or have the option to get out more and to go out and to do things, even if it means just going to the store to get some groceries or whatever. And so that's why I like living in a hot climate. And with yeah, no. It's just reality, you know. And the other thing is living minimally. Like my spaces don't get crazy messy. My spaces don't get crazy dirty. It's, living simple. Even if I'm not able to clean, even if my laundry's not getting done, even if whatever, sometimes for weeks, like my space never looks bad. Well, I mean, it looks bad to me because I have high standards, but it never looks bad. So, like right now, my headboard needs to be vacuums because it's dusty. My furniture needs to be dusted because it's to the point where you can see the dust. With someone with dust allergies isn't the greatest, but and I haven't been making my bed. I did today, which is yay me, made my bed today, but I haven't been making my bed. I've been more on the leaving stuff out and not putting it away right away thing some of the time, and that's kind of and like I said, with hygiene and getting dressed and cleaning up after yourself, you can always tell when somebody with a chronic illness and chronic pain is either flaring or their stamina isn't great at the moment or whatever, or they're having issues, because hygiene and cleaning and stuff and being able to cook go out the window. Based on most people I know that have chronic illness or chronic pain or health issues, whether it's mental, physical, or both, it's just a clear sign. Like this may be gross for some people, but I just want to share one of the realities is that yesterday I bathed for the first time in 2 weeks. And that may be absolutely disgusting and gross to anybody who watches this live or is listening, but if my stamina is too low, if my pain is too low, it's just a reality for me. It's gross. I get it. I'm grossed out. I gross myself out when it happens. But it's just a reality for me sometimes. So that's one of the things I love about minimalism and simple living is the times where my body is bad like that, where I'm not managing, where yeah, I know, I was really excited when I made my bed today. So for the times when my body's low, where I'm not managing, simple living minimalism makes it to where even when my space, my room, is at its worst, on the times where I finally have stamina again, it only takes me a few minutes to reset my space back to good again. So that's why being minimal these past 8 years has been so good. Because as my chronic illness and my chronic pain, just as I'm going downhill and it's getting worse and stuff, and I go through times where my body just isn't good, or there are times where, if I have to move, if there's an emergency, whatever it is, something happens, my body stinks for however long, knowing that my space is good, that it's not going to be cluttered and have stuff everywhere for me to trip on, and that when I'm feeling good, it only takes me a few minutes to reset it back to, clean and all good again is the best. It is awesome. Um, Another thing about living simply is that I used to be very controlling when it came to cleaning and tidying and stuff, to where when my body was like at its best, I really didn't like anybody else cleaning or tidying for me, because I wanted it clean to a certain standard. I wanted it clean a certain way. And if it wasn't done that way and somebody did it for me, I would go back again and do it myself to fix what they'd done, because it bothered me. So, over the years, as my body has changed and it's gotten worse and everything, I've had to throw that out the window. Do I still struggle with it sometimes? Yes. But I've basically had to let that control go and be okay with things not being clean as often as I would like, or when I need some help with something, being okay with however somebody else gets that something done, and just being grateful for the help. And because there are times where I don't have help and I don't have somebody there, when things are difficult or I'm not able to, and I just have to let it go until I'm able to do it, or until somebody else is able to do it. And then there are certain cleaning and certain tasks and certain things, that with my body that I just can't do anymore. So if it's something that needs to be done, and if it's one of the tasks I can't do anymore, then I really have to let it go and just wait until somebody else can do it. For instance, where I live, I don't mop. I don't walk on the floor when it's being mopped or has been mopped. I have to wait till that floor is completely dry, because it is a safety hazard for me walking on a wet floor, on a floor that's mopped, mopping a floor. It's a safety issue for me. So yeah. Oh my gosh, we're already almost in an hour, people. How's everybody doing? Shirt likes to scrunch up. Still painting. Nice, Mel. Good job, Melinda. That is one task I do miss being able to do, because unfortunately for me, the smell of paint gives me a migraine headache. And so if a room is being painted or is freshly painted, I have to wait till it's aired out and the smell is gone before I can be in that room and not make me feel sick. So, it's just one of those things that I miss. But I like to it's fun to live vicariously through people and see everybody else painting and doing it, because it's just, I love that kind of stuff. It makes me very happy. Am I trying to get... Anyways. Oh my gosh, people. Okay. Oh. I feel like there was more I was gonna say, and I can't think of it right now. So on that note, does anybody have any questions for me about chronic illness, about chronic pain, about minimalism, about YouTube? Let me know. I'll answer things as best as I can. If they're like any like weird, not too personal facts anybody wants to know about me, I mean, keep it appropriate, but yeah, Jen, thanks, Jen. I'm glad you're good. Yeah. Melinda and Jen are two of my YouTube besties, so we know each other pretty well. But if anybody else is on here and has any questions or whatever, I'm open to hearing them, willing to answering them. Aww. Love you too, Melinda. So, like I said, it's 8 years of minimalism and simple living, 7 years on YouTube, a year since I moved south. So all big milestones. I try to do a video like this every year, sharing my thoughts after however many years of minimalism and however many years on YouTube. So this is like an annual thing for me. So I should have another video out. I'll totally do a video like this next year probably. And like I said, Monday is Joy, Organized Joy, her declutter and minimalism collab video that she does the last Monday of each month. And I believe we are still having a video doing that collab this month. And I have found a few items that I want to declutter. So I'll be showing those on Monday. I'm probably going to either film that video today or tomorrow. I'm not sure yet. But I do have items to declutter. And I might share some minimalism thoughts on Monday as well in that video. Where that video goes, that collab is 2 p.m. Eastern on Monday. For those of you interested in watching that collab. And then I have see. I just completely lost what I was going to say. Brain fog, people. Brain fog. It is a thing. What was I gonna... completely blanked. Completely blank. Part of me living minimal and simple is I don't really decorate for the seasons. So I don't decorate for fall, I don't decorate for winter, I don't decorate for spring, I don't decorate for summer. It's not really my thing. Even before I was minimal, I didn't really decorate for the seasons. We did growing up, but as an adult, not so much. Not really. It wasn't until like the past 10 years I started decorating for holidays. And because I live minimal and simple, I do very few decorations. So last year I got menorah and menorah candles for Hanukkah. Because my family were part Jewish. So for me, it's not really a religious thing. It's more of a honoring my heritage kind of thing. Because I am agnostic. And I do decorate for Christmas. And because Christmas has always been a big holiday in my family. Growing up, it was, Christian religious reasons. And as an adult, I just love Christmas. So, like I said, once again, not religious for Christmas. It's more just being fun and festive and nostalgia and all that. And then the only other holiday I decorate for is Halloween. And that's a holiday we did not celebrate growing up. We were taught it was wrong. But once again with Halloween, it's not a religion, spiritual thing. I'm not satanic. I'm not Wiccan. None of that. I mean, nothing against anybody who is, but I'm just not. So, same with Christianity and any other religion. Nothing against anybody who is. I'm just not. So for me, I like decorating for Halloween because one, it's fun, and two, I don't like using the term goth because, it's related to like teenagers and that kind of goth, but I do listen to like heavy metal and rock and I mean, I also listen to like jazz and blues and like Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra and Bach and Beethoven and all these things. But I have a wide taste in music. But the whole like, I love like black and red, or like, I guess you call them my favorite colors. Um, and I love swords and skeletons and that kind of stuff. It's just, I do enjoy Halloween and decorating for Halloween. Um, but I do it in a simple way for the holidays. Like, I have my two like stone skulls that just stay on my nightstand year round. I have my Nightmare Before Christmas blanket that I can pull out for Christmas and Halloween, but usually I just pull out for Halloween. Uh, and then I got a Halloween mug last year, which is basically a white mug, and it's got like a black pumpkin on it. And I'm actually debating getting rid of that mug, even though I just got it last year for last year's Halloween, because where I was living before it didn't work out. Um, I got that mug soon after I was told I needed to move, and I used that mug a lot living there. And so for me, it just, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of got like a bad mojo tied to it now. And so we'll see. I'm not going to declare it right now, but come Halloween, when I pull out my couple Halloween decorations, I may end up letting go of that mug. I'm not sure if I'm just going to get a different Halloween mug or if I'm just going to leave it, but we shall see. Um, yeah. And so I just have one small, I guess you consider like Rubbermaid tote bin of Christmas and Halloween and Hanukkah decor in it. And then that's it. I thought about giving them each their own individual bin, but I don't own enough holiday decor to give them each their own bin. And because of the size and shape of the decor, doing them in smaller bins so they can be separated and stacked would just look really cluttered. Because it's all gotta fit in my closet. So, and in one of my past videos, lives, I can't remember if I talked about it or not, but I'm thinking about reorganizing the stuff that's in my closet again. I think right now the way I have everything organized is the absolute best way possible. But I'm thinking I might try and reorganize things differently. I'm not sure. Because the way I've organized things in my closet right now is basically kind of the way I've always done it when I've had to store a majority of my belongings in my closet. I will say though, with having to, have 99% of what I own fit in my room, that this past year, no, I think I think it's been a couple of years now, where it's 2 years now, I can't remember. Anyway, well, I haven't needed to store anything under my bed. And I love not having to store anything under my bed for different reasons. One, it is so much easier to clean under the bed, vacuum under the bed, when there is nothing under the bed you have to move. Oh my goodness, love that. And the other reason is that with my chronic illness and stuff, having stuff under the bed and bending over like that, sometimes it's just too hard to do. So, plus I can't sit on the floor anymore. I can't sit low to the ground anymore. I haven't been able to for years now. So, having things low to the ground or on the floor is tricky. Oh yeah, drawers under the bed would be, that makes sense because you can pull the drawer out and it makes it easier. Now I will say I have lived in places where, because of lack of storage or because the place was really small, I have in the past had to store stuff under my bed. So using bins that are easy to pull out, or having drawers under the bed, things like that, if you absolutely need to store stuff under your bed, even if whether you live minimal or not, I will say having bins that are easy to pull out that fit under the bed, or drawers, if you're gonna do it, make it a lot easier. But for me personally, I'm really happy that I'm at a phase in life right now where I do not need to store stuff under the bed. Because for most of my life, I stored stuff under whatever bed I had. So not storing stuff under the bed has been fantastic. Let's see. Oh, using as a nightstand and a dresser, the drawers under your bed. That makes a lot of sense. That is genius, Melinda. That is genius. Yeah, for me, having nightstands, it's I have a chronic cough, so having water by my bed at night is um much needed. And people, don't worry, my chronic cough is not from the C word. That, I got it years before any of that happened. So just know when I cough or whenever it comes up, just know it's from my chronic health issues and not from the C word, and not because I'm not necessarily because I'm sick. It's just my body being my body. Oh, so thinking about stuff like that. Yeah, no. Having a having a lamp or a light by my bed is really nice because if I need to get up during the night, it's nice being able to see. Having water by my bed. Okay, Mel. Yeah, no, I've seen your bed frame and it looked like it was from that time. Cause yeah. Cause my parents had an old style frame, so I recognized it. I mean, back when we were growing up, no, that frame is long since gone. But back when we were growing up, they had it. Um, like whether you need to keep stuff by your bed is it depends on the phase of life you're in. It depends on what your life looks like. But for me, there are just things that it makes sense to keep it by my bed. Oh, thanks, Melinda. Yeah. Oh, sorry, people. I think it's time for another coffee. Okay. But, yeah. So, like me, I have a TV in my room, DVD player, video game systems, and back when my chronic health issues were kind of at their best, I didn't want a TV or anything in my room. I'm like, a room is for sleeping. I don't want that stuff in my room. But for the past few years or so, I have wanted a TV and stuff in my room. Because, you know, with chronic health issues, there are times where basically you feel like you're living in your room. Or you just need to retreat and have space and separation from the outside world. So having that stuff in your room, at least for me, is very helpful. Something I have as someone who lives minimally and lives simply that you wouldn't think somebody would have is I still own DVDs, Blu-rays, CDs, and how I decide with those is there are some TV series, some movies that if it's not on a streaming service for whatever reason, if I can't afford a streaming service for whatever reason, so I don't have access to things, there are movies and TV series that I love so much that if they're not on a streaming service, or if they're on a streaming service but they cost money, I want to be able to watch them for free. So I still have them on DVD, on Blu-ray, and stuff because they're just my go-tos, my loves, my, have seen a million times sort of thing. And need to be able to watch. So if you're minimal and simple and you own DVDs or whatever, don't feel bad about it. If it works for you, great. I know the trend or whatever, or some people who go strictly streaming, like have stuff downloaded or have stuff strictly streaming or whatever to watch, and it really works for them. They love it. But for me, I still like having physical books. I don't like reading off of a screen. I still like having DVDs and Blu-rays. I'm kind of I guess, I don't know what word to call it except for old soul. I guess I'm an old soul that way. And it works for me. Now when it comes to like paper planners and journals and stuff, that I'm not really into. That stuff I like doing digitally and having like a reminder set to when like an alarm goes off for things in my calendar, because if it's on a piece of paper, on a paper calendar, which I know works for a lot of people, even if that calendar or whatever, or planner is hanging up, I forget about it. It's kind of, how some people go clutter blind. I go calendar blind. I forget about it. It just kind of, I forget to look at it. It just becomes part of the decor and I don't see it. So if you like using a calendar, if you like using planners, great. But they don't work for me. I have to have it digitally on my phone or something, because otherwise it just doesn't work. I forget it. I don't see it. Plus, my phone I keep by me basically all the time. And in a calendar, you have to get up and look, which is probably why I prefer it on my phone, because there's like another chronic illness hack. Because there are times when my stamina sucks. So the less I have to get up when my stamina is bad, the better. So if I can look at my phone calendar and check things, put things in, instead of having to get up and write on a calendar or to look at a calendar, it's a stamina saver, people. It is a stamina saver. And if you have chronic illness or chronic pain, if you have health issues, or if you're going through health issues that you normally don't, there are these little tips and tricks that just help. Because when your stamina is bad, even lifting a glass or a cup to drink some water is exhausting. Getting up to do anything, getting up to use the bathroom is exhausting, and you feel like you want to take a nap afterwards. At least that's true for me. So if there's anything you can do to make it simpler, to simplify it, go for it. It's same with the grocery list. I use the like note app, list app that comes on your phone. I use that for notes. Use that for reminders. I use that for making a grocery list. Because one, it's one less thing to carry in the store, not having to carry a piece of paper. And two, there are times where I wrote a grocery list on a piece of paper, and I go to the store, and I forget the grocery list. So I've simplified my life by having my calendar on my phone, having my lists on my phone, because less to carry, less to remember, less to have to get up and look at. It just works well. It works well. So if you're looking to simplify things and you're like me and you keep your phone with you basically all the time, there's a suggestion for you. It's having everything in one spot. Oh, that is genius, Melinda. Can I tell everybody? Do you mind if I speak out that suggestion live to the whole world? Okay, so Melinda had this excellent idea, and she said she set up herself as a contact on her phone so she can text notes, lists, etc. to herself easily. That is genius. I will say, for my calendar and stuff, like having a calendar on your phone, I do, set alerts for things that I have in my phone as far as schedule goes. Oh, that is genius, Mel. She said she writes most of her decluttering poems that way. That is genius. But, yeah, so alerts I have set on my phone, to alert me when something's going to happen or supposed to happen. I get notified or whatever to remind me. Because I have a YouTube channel and because I have an Instagram tied to it, I do get notifications, alerts on my phone for those. But basically, for everything else, I have my notifications turned off. So I'm only seeing things when I want to see them. I have the volume on so people call me, but I can, yeah. Setting an alarm on your phone can be helpful. Okay, people, we are almost an hour and a half in. Oh, Jen says she keeps her notifications off for most things too. Yay! That's so good. It really is. Because I used to have my notifications on. And honestly, it was exhausting. And a lot. And it can be depressing. Because it's just a lot. Calendars can be for appointments. Yes. Hmm. So if making lists and like paper planning and stuff works for you, go for it. Um, there are times where I will write things down, uh, not because I'm going to necessarily look at it again, but just to help me remember it better. I don't know. It's weird. It's hard to explain, but I think it's like that repetition thing. So you're saying it out loud, you're writing it down, and the action of doing that, of repeating it multiple times somehow helps remember things. Although sometimes my brain fog is so bad, my memory is so bad that it doesn't matter how I do it. If I'm not going to remember, I'm just not going to remember it. Ooh. Mm. Okay, people, we're about an hour and a half in. How is everybody doing? We still good? My body is kind of starting to fade, so I'm probably going to be ending this live soon. Oh, Melinda's done painting. Yay! That's exciting. Good job, Mel. I'm glad you're still good, Jen. I love how you always put up with my super chatty lives. Oh, I would be tired too, Mel. You want to take a nap? After this live, I'll take a nap for you, Mel. Actually, what time is it? I think it's too late for me to nap. Oh, man. Mm. So there's more I was going to talk about in this whole live. I've been trying to remember what it was, and my mind is blank. But okay. Well, my body is faded. I've hit I've hit the wall. So I am going to think I'm going to end this live. So I'm going to say thank you to Jen for being my awesome moderator and taking care of the chat for me. She's done such a good job. Thank you to Melinda for joining and hanging out, friend. I love you so much. Thank you to Sharon and everybody else who popped in to hang out. Much appreciated. Oh, it's okay, Jen, that you were late. No worries. Yes. So, woohoo. So, thank you for being here on celebrating 8 years of minimalism and 7 years on YouTube and all the fun things. Just another year of just, loving it and not wanting to change a thing. Just really happy. So, oh, but you're just now coming on. I'm just now ending the live, girlie. I'm so sorry. Brittany's beautiful chaos just showed up right as I'm ending the live. I'm so sorry, girlie. But my body has hit a wall. I gotta go. Thanks for popping in, though. I love you. Yes, watch the replay. As always in my lives, when I do this, I am super chatty, hence being over an hour and a half in. Love you. Anyways, so if you like to hear somebody chat on for over an hour, please watch please watch the replay. I will have it saved. If you want to see a normal length video, go back and watch my other videos. Thanks for all the love and support. I love you all so much. And I think I'm gonna go make coffee or something. Cause it's too late to nap. But yes. And I'm almost at 200 subscribers, people. So if you're new here and you're watching my videos and you like them, or if you're watching this live and you're like, oh, this person seems like they could be fun to listen to, please subscribe. I'm 5 away from 200 subscribers, and if I would love to, no pressure, but I would love to reach that before the end of the month. It's just a private goal of mine. But honestly, I'm just glad to have you guys watching and supporting me and talking with me and commenting with me and all the things. So just know that I love you. I hope you all have an amazing Friday, an amazing weekend. And when I do hit 200 subscribers, whenever that is, I plan on doing something special for it. Not quite sure what that's going to be yet, but I do want to do something special for it. And find me on Instagram if you want to talk minimalism, if you want to talk decluttering, if you want to, whatever. And if you want help with decluttering, if you want help with going minimal, message me on Instagram. And I would love to help you. Helping people declutter, organize, minimize is my happy place. So if you need help with that, just message me on Instagram and I'll be more than happy to do that for you. So thanks for letting me chat your ear off for the past hour and a half. And I will see you guys all Monday. I think that's what I might do. I think I might film my Monday's video after this to help keep myself awake. Okay.